Lisa Westra didn't set out to become a shepherd. You could say she just got wrapped up in it.
When I was growing up here, our tenants actually had the sheep, and they left their flock. We didn't know anything about sheep farming, but we did know that they needed to be sheared every year. So we had the shearer, who was a 4-H'er, come in and shear them. And I was totally joking. I said, hey, guys, give me a spinning wheel and I'll totally make yarn out of that stuff. And that Christmas, under the tree was a spinning wheel. That's kind of how it started. It's been a rabbit hole ever since.
As the owner of Feederbrook Farm in Freeland, she raises a flock of about 40 sheep and turns their wool into beautiful yarns. You might think all wool feels the same, but different breeds produce fibers that vary widely in texture, color, and density.
We have about 10 varieties of sheep that offer different qualities of fleece. Some of them are good for outerwear, some of them are good for up against the skin. Some have double-coated fleeces. Some have longer locks, more denser locks.
After the sheep get their annual spring shearing, Lisa spends many days milling and dyeing the fibers. Thanks to modern milling technology, she can produce significantly more yarn than would have ever been possible with traditional spinning methods. The first step in the milling process is called pin drafting. This machine thins the fibers to make a more even, consistent yarn. For every foot of wool that goes into the pin drafter, 5 feet will be drawn out from the other end.
The second step is spinning the single. So I take the fiber and I feed it up over the apron and through the rollers. And then use the leader that's on the bobbin to catch the fiber that's coming through the roller. And hopefully it doesn't break too many times on me.
Once she's done spinning, Lisa then moves the single-spooled bobbins over to the plier machine. This is where she turns 2 single-spun fibers into a stronger 2-plied yarn.
Final step before we can dye or wash the yarn is the skein winder. 1 revolution is actually 2 yards. So there's a counter on it, and I can set the counter to the yardage that I want on that skein.
Next, these yarns head to the dyeing area. Though it can get pretty steamy inside during the summer months, this space is where Lisa's colorful creations truly come to life.
The first step is to soak it in clean, plain water. I put the citric acid in the pot with the water, stir it up, make sure it's nice and dissolved, and then I'll put the dampened fiber in the water, but not just plop it down. Since the burner's on, I kind of want to roll the yarn into the pot so that all parts of the yarn get exposed to the dye kind of all at once.
When it's ready to come out, the wool has absorbed the dye, and the water should be clear.
So after we take the hot yarn out of the water, I'll put it out on some dry racks outside, and it'll dry within 15-20 minutes. During the winter time, we do have a heater with some fans inside.
The yarn at Feederbrook Farm is known for its vibrant, unique colors. Lisa collects inspiration from all kinds of places.
A lot of times I'll be flipping through a magazine, or I'll be watching a nature channel, and I'll see a beautiful photograph or a video that has colors that strike me, and I have to have that in a yarn color just to see what it looks like. Sometimes I pair colors together that maybe wouldn't be conventionally paired, just to see how they play together.
These beautiful yarns make their way to weavers, crocheters, and artists all around the world. Watching her fibers be transformed from a bustling flock of sheep into a cozy sweater or a colorful winter scarf is extremely rewarding for Lisa.
I never stop learning. Like, there's always something else I can learn, some other blend I can do using different dyes, different techniques. It's so vast. So it holds my interest.
Hi,
Thanks for watching Maryland Farm and Harvest. If you like this story, leave us a comment. If you want to see more, check out our playlists. We've got videos of cute animals, big machines, delicious farm-to-table recipes, and more.